Winners of the podcast awards.
That was a
Last
while
year.
ago, wasn't it?
Hold on a minute. It wasn't.
He's
It
not
was
happy. It's a sensitive subject for him.
It was the flipping auto windscreen shield trophy. It wasn't the main one. It was the one nobody wanted.
The Johnson's paint, mate.
That
I got
was
to the
it.
final of that. Never even told my mum and dad that I got to the final. With Johnson's paint, like, it's not something you fucking brag about, is it?
Did you play at Wembley?
Played at Wembley, mate, 3 times.
Yeah, snap. Anybody else?
Any use now?
Nah.
Fucking hopeless. But I got beat every time though.
No, I had 2 wins and a loss.
Did you, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, can I interrupt there? Do you know if whatever we're talking about, he always manages to bring it back on
Back to himself.
Whatever
See,
subject, that's a skill.
I've got a wee ginger guy on my podcast that does the exact same thing, mate. So I know how you
prefer
feel.
doing yours than ours. You know what I mean? So I can just talk
Can we
about
do a
myself.
swap deal?
I'll want it for me. See, on Wembley though, we played Millwall when they were fucking proper Millwall, mate, in the playoff final. Neil Harris, Tony Craig. That was my first time, and we're standing in the tunnel, right? And Neil Harris was looking at me, and he's like, "Look at him, he's fucking shitting himself." And I was like, "How the fuck does he know I'm shitting myself?"
You were like...
Mate, the 90 minutes absolutely passed us by. Neil Harris, like, I was a sitter for Swindon, so Neil Harris played just off the front for Millwall. He just bashed me about for 90 minutes, mate.
It's tiring pitch, like, isn't it?
Oh,
You know when they say you get
huge,
tired?
mate, innit?
Yeah.
Did you win?
Nah, I got beat 1-0. Charlie Austin missed a fucking sitter with 10 minutes to go to take it to extra time. Fuck this.
Did you want it to go to extra time, though?
Nah, happy to take the defeat, mate.
Well done, Millwall.
All the best.
Yeah, and you deserve that, lad.
Also played there with Celtic, mate, and got Modric to stop,
Yeah?
Got on for like 12 minutes. And we beat Tottenham 1-0 that day, and Tony Mowbray's team talk after the game was just all about, you little bastard, all you done for 12 minutes was run about asking Modric for his stop.
At least you got it, though, ain't you?
Exactly. No, I lost it, mate.
Mission
I got Steven and
accomplished.
lost it as well.
What? So you not got it now?
Nah, I lost it, man.
Get him on the podcast, see if we can bring one.
We look at. Get him on, mate.
What was
But
that in
bad memories at Wembley, and then we got beat 2-0 for Chesterfield in the JPT final. The dog shit final.
I think they beat us in the semi at Fleetwood.
Chester, they're pure specialists in the Johnson's paint, aren't
Yeah,
they?
I'm sure they beat us in the Northern final.
But mate, that final was so weird because you know the Johnson's paint. I think the semi-finals in November, and then you didn't play the final at the summer. So see, Di Canio, he's the most superstitious guy ever, right? So in the semi-final, mate, he had like 5 layers on with a tammy and a scarf. So we get to the final, mate, and he walks in the dressing room. It's fucking summer in London. It's like 90 degrees, mate. He walks in, 5 layers, scarf, tammy on. I couldn't even concentrate on the game, mate. I just looked. I thought he was going to have a fucking stroke on the side of the pitch.
Whole game?
Absolute dab on, man.
All game?
The whole game, mate, he kept it on. And then after the game, he went off his tits saying, "I've wore these 5 layers for you bastards," and he's a fucked
We'll
it.
get onto him in a bit. I'm not a big fan of him. Di Canio.
Di Canio?
No.
We've never met him, have we?
No,
We
do you know
don't
what?
like him.
Like, if you met him, mate, you'd love him, mate.
See, anybody who gets in for 78 days straight, they're not for me.
But it's funny.
Every
day's funny, mate.
I can't see it. I'm going to have to disagree with you. I can't see it.
Funny in what way, though?
Just eventful. Like, there would never be a day you would just go in, mate, and nothing would happen. You would never just go and train and come home. Like, there'd be a crisis every day, mate. He'd be going fucking mental about something every single... I used to love him, mate. Honestly, it was brilliant. We'll come to him in a bit, but he's... I think you would eventually like him.
I think after day 4 in, we had a day off. That's me.
Yeah, it's a day's off.
See, if you can get past the first 2 months with Di Canio, it's all right, man.
Without a
At
day
first,
off.
you do think, what is this, man? But then, after it, you can kind of see where he's coming from, and it does help. Like, that's the best football I've ever played in my career under him.
Majority of the lads with him. Like we said, we'll get onto it there, but...
Do you know the best thing? People come in, I've seen some big names come in at Swindon, because we signed big players on loan, and they were like, nah, I'll not take it for him. I'll say something back to him, and every one of them shit themselves, He's so intimidating, mate. I'm talking, he gets in your boat, mate.
That's bad from them. That's fucking shit house from them.
I can imagine you would say something,
Yeah, Paolo.
I'll tell him when I get in the morning. I'll tell him when I go...
Would you?
Hello, you're right,
Eating his salad for breakfast. Yeah, pal. The only one that I've seen answering back, like, proper go for it was Leon Clark.
Oh,
And you know that Leon, he punched fuck you at Leon in the tunnel.
did it?
You know that?
Yeah,
Mate, it was on Sky Sports. So we played Southampton, right? In the League Cup. And we got dicked. Like, they had Lallana, Lambert, De Pedro, Schneiderlin. They were a proper team. And Leon joined us late, so he was a bit unfitter than the rest of us. So Leon played well that night, but the sports scientist just came on the pitch, and he's like, Leon, well done today, but tomorrow you have to run. Because that's what used to happen, mate. See if they wanted you to get fit, you play a Tuesday, you run a Wednesday, sorry.
No.
And we Claudio's, I was like 5 yards fit, and Leon was like, fuck off, bruv. Get out my face, fuck off, bruv. And Di Canio can see like that they two are kind of arguing. So Di Canio comes on the pitch, mate, and like grabs him his shirt. And he's like, Leon, this is not the place we'll speak about. And Leon has went like that to him. Doosh. Don't touch me. Leon's lost his head, mate. So we get down the tunnel, mate, and him and Di Canio just start going for it, Di Canio was like a bull, mate.
Was it?
Honestly, I was
He's
like,
not got his 5 layers on, has he? He's not
5 layers of sweating. Mate, I actually think it was a bit of a shitbag because I probably should have helped Leon, but I was like, fuck that, mate. Straight in the dressing room. We're on the dressing room, like peeking up, mate. Next thing, Leon just comes running past us, sprinting past the dressing room because it's Swindon's dressing room. He's played there.
No, never did.
You go down, the dressing room's there, but you can also go straight through at the gym and then back out onto the pitch. So, mate, see for like 5 minutes, Leon's passing us. He's back out on the pitch. Di Canio's passing us. They're just chasing each other for like 5 minutes. Like, what's happening here? So Leon's obviously like fucked off into the car park, and Di Canio's came in, mate, and he's going mental. He's like, you tell your friend Leon, I fucking kill him if I ever get him. $6,000 a week he's on, lads. You boys are on shit money. I give him big money to come here, and this is how he treats me. Stuff's getting.
I like him a little bit more
exactly,
now.
mate. And
Paolo's top guy.
That's what I like about him for.
So can you just not catch him? Like, how did it
But he had a
finish?
pair of slippy brogues on, mate. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's decked it a couple of times chasing Leon, mate, because his trousers were all grass stains, So
I don't know Leon strapped 2 and strapped 6. Di Canio trying to catch him.
Early pacer. Was Leon given as good as he got? Was he fighting back for a bit?
I think he was at first, mate, but then he realised that Di Canio, mate, I've seen Di Canio hit the bag in the gym, and he can go, man. He was obsessed with cage fighting. We went to Italy pre-season. Never forget it. First time with Di Canio. Turn up at this hotel, mate, and there's like 4 skinheads standing at the hotel waiting for him. And they're like obviously like Lazio casuals. And he hated me at this point, So he's like, I wasn't, because I was overweight at first, and he's like, Simon, if I see you touch ice cream this trip, these 4 guys, they punch fuck out you. So we're like, I was like, wow. So one guy was a cage fighter. As we're waiting to get in the room, mate, Di Canio's sitting us on his laptop up, showing us this guy cage fighting in Italy. And he's like, yes, look at him, pounding him, look. And we're like, what the f***?
Oh, so this
was his mate who was standing there just like, and Di Canio's like commentating us through this guy, and this guy's thinking he's a dog's bollocks. So the next day, mate, we go to training, it's like 90 degrees again. And this big guy comes out to training with us, he's like carrying the waters, whips his top off, mate, and he's got like Di Canio's face tattooed on his back. This guy was like a Lazio fanatic, and Di Canio's like, he guards my house when I'm in screwball. So that was like who he hung about with.
Did you have any ice cream, by the way?
Never fucking touched the drop, mate. Shit myself, but so I seen him hitting the bag in the gym a couple of times, mate, and he could proper go, Like, I wouldn't like a dig off
He
him.
never told us that, Leon, did he, a little fucking shitbag?
No, sorry, that was Leon. It was Leon Clark.
Oh, sorry, I
I
thought you said Leon
Clark
Knight.
sound us out. But I can imagine.
He just had enough. Like, see what you said with Park, he just couldn't have taken it.
Yeah, but I've seen people try and get Clarky to do something after training. He's like, nah. So I can just imagine what he was like.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it kicked off in the tunnel.
It kicked off in the tunnel. Leon Knight came as well when Di Canio was there. Another character, mate. So Leon Knight comes into pre-season, right? He's decent, by the way. See, 5-0s and that, like getting a hold of it and setting it. Good player. But the running, mate, he was unfit, So we're doing like, Di Canio's pre-season, the hardest thing you've ever done. So we're doing laps. And Leon's like slowly falling back to where he's almost in a jogging pace, and Di Canio goes and runs with him. And we're like lapping him, and Leon's like, you busy cunts. So he's on trial, mate.
As if you're doing something wrong, like trying to get fit.
You busy bastards, or somebody was shouting funny, mate. But then Di Canio's like, Leon, they're like running next to each other. Leon, you don't shout to the boys when they're running. You leave the boys, and mate. And we're all running around, but looking at Leon and like Di Canio having a full blown argument, like jogging around the pitch, mate. So like Leon, the 2 Leons are the only 2 that have. Chrissy Martin used to stand up to him.
Did he?
Chrissy Martin used to give it that, fuck.
Yeah, I can just imagine Chrissy.
Chrissy couldn't have taken it, but then Di Canio would be like, Chrissy, you shut your mouth. 98 kilos. 98 kilos, this guy.
Fuck it, what had he get to be 98 kilos?
He is a heavy piece of kit as well, Chrissy.
Oh, mate, what a player as well.
Yeah.
Good lad, Chrissy.
So he went on loan from Norwich then?
He came on loan for Norwich,
Aye.
But like, Chrissy would miss a chance and Di Canio would be on his knees, but Premier League, this guy, Premier League. But he expected like Chrissy just to be like Cristiano Ronaldo, Every time he made a mistake, he would be on his, he'd be like, this guy, because obviously he played in the Premier League. He's like, this is what the Premier League is now? No. He did stuff like that, mate, so I loved him, mate. He was a proper character.
To be fair, the Fodringham thing must have pissed the lads off, surely. You know, were you there then?
Pissed off? We loved it, man. Pissed off about what? It was unbelievable to watch, I was on the bench when We had a wee sub goalie next to us, Lee Bedwell, right? Never played a minute. No disrespect, lovely boy, but hopeless. Like, so Wes has had a beast against Stoke on the Tuesday night. We've managed to win 4-3, but I think Wes sold 3 of the goals. So Wes is we've started the game against Preston, and Wes has started shaking, man. And Di Canio, he was turning into the goalie coach, and he's speaking in Italian to him. But Rafa De Vita played with us, mate. So Rafa was on the bench there. I was here, and Bedwell was there. I used to love when Rafa was on the bench because obviously he'd tell you exactly what he was saying. And I goes like to Rafa, what's he saying? He went, mate, he's hooking him. He's fucking going to hook him. It's like, mate, I looked up the clock, it was five minutes into the game. 0-0. And I'm like, what? So then the next thing, the ball rolls back to Wes and he kicks it to their player. He touches it, somebody else's score. And Di Canio turns around, mate, he had the most elasticated wrist you've ever seen. I don't know what he's been doing with his wrist, right? But he's like, you, Bedwell. And so we're watching, Bedders is shitting himself, mate, putting his bits in that on. He's up and down running. Next thing, mate, the board goes up. Wes is like cutting him off. Fuck you, walks off, kicks the bottle into the dressing room. Again, Di Canio to the goalie coach. Goalie coach goes running down. I says to Rafa, what's he said? He says, he told Wes he better go and get a train. But better get a train home because if he's in that dressing room and again, I'm gonna kill him. So nothing else of it, mate, right? Wes hides, but then manages to get on the back of the bus. So I think Wes just goes straight on the back of the bus, but Di Canio doesn't know this. So after the game, he's gone off his nut again, talking about Wes and all that sort of stuff. So we're sitting on the bus, mate, and Di Canio's out doing an interview, and he comes on the tellies. You know how the bus has got tellies? 6 tellies on the bus. Driver put his Sky Sports News on. It's Di Canio. Wes is sitting up the back, so we're watching his interview. It was live. I think they'd done it live because they knew he was outraging. And he starts going, okay, this guy, League One Wes? League One Wes? We're not talking about Czech. We're not talking about De Gea. We are talking about Wes. League One Wes. Mate, and we're all looking at Wes, mate, and he is fuming, man. So when Di Canio gets back on the bus, he's like, look, Wes is like that on the bus, mate.
I didn't.
He doesn't want Di Canio thinks he's got to train home, mate. So Wes has went from Preston to Swindon, something like that. And we're all pissing ourselves laughing, man. Every time the gaffer looks back, Wes is shiting himself. So Wes is up the back of the bus saying, nah, that's me done. Like, I'm not letting him speak to me and treat me like that. He's just mugged me off on the telly. He says, that's me done. So I think we get a text or something, or the next day, Wes doesn't come in, that's it. Di Canio's in a meeting, he's like, lads, I tell you, if he doesn't come back and apologise, he's done. I guarantee you tomorrow he'll be in with a full-blown apology. So we go back, we're on the group chat saying, mate, the gaffer's saying you're going to apologise. I bet you shit yourself and apologise like that. There's no way I'm apologising. I've spoke to my agent, so we're all winding it up. Next morning, sure enough, we're all sitting in a meeting. Wes comes in with the gaffers behind him. Wes starts speaking, the gaffer's behind him doing that. What did I tell you, lads? He shits his pants.
I like him now. I like him. Yeah, I love him.
Like, you had a proper...
I love him.
But
Keep
see,
me in all
this,
year.
lads, like, it wouldn't matter if you were the best player in the team or the youngest. He would treat everyone the exact same, and that's what I liked about him.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
But it was, mate, every day was funny, eh?
So he must have been shitting himself then for him to be hiding in the back of the bus. Because imagine Alan Irvine doing that, you wouldn't hide, would you?
Mate, he was
thinking
scary.
you're going to get filled in.
No.
He was scary. Like, I've never really been scared of that manager, but Di Canio, you're proper scared of him, eh?
What, physically scared of him? Like,
Yeah, you could think he is going to punch fuck at me here. Honestly, mate, you would,
Especially
eh?
if you see that with Clarkey. If you see him filling Clarkey and you're thinking, that could be me.
Yeah. Mate, see in team meetings, right, he would start, like, do you ever do the clips after the games?
Yeah.
He would start like quite, okay. And then a clip with Wes would come up and he'd start banging the telly, mate. He would just switch quickly. How can we win this league with a fucking Sabutio goalkeeper? Stuff like that, mate. And then before you know it, right, it was like in an old classroom carpet, so it was like, if you slid on it, mate, you'd cut your legs up, mate. See if a defender tackled wrong on that, mate, he'd be sliding about the carpet, eh? You'd be sitting watching it trying not to laugh, mate, and he'd proper, like, my centre halves, I want you to head it like this, poof, and he'd like, fuck his head off the wall, man. How is he doing this, man? Mate, he had the hardest, he used to do this, he said, what is this? And I would think, his head must be made of steel, mate, because he used to mate, he'd hook himself on it, eh? It was a total show for like 2 hours. But how can you not like that, mate?
Yeah, I've, apart from just a couple of days off a week,
If you filmed a couple of days off a week, it'd be good, man.
Good
The
value.
best bit's the flipping elasticated wrist. How you
Oh,
have
the
to grab you on with
elasticated
it.
wrist, mate. Like, he'd shut you over after 5 minutes. See if you thought you'd started maybe alright. He'd be like, you've got 5 more minutes and you're fucking off. I'd be like, what? And then before you know it, 10 minutes in, he'd catch, he'd always play with your head. 10 minutes in, you'd catch him again, looking at me, but I'd be like, and then you go to walk home, he's like, I'd be like, what is he talking about, man? I was trying to watch the game and then you weren't sure that he was just always in your head, mate.
Did the players not shit themselves on the pitch, like, about,
Could
they not relax?
Funniest thing ever, mate. We had Di Canio, and I think we were playing Notts County, it was Martin Allen, and it was me and John Spicer, right? I'll never forget this game. That day, Di Canio had it in to shout at me for the full 90 minutes, and Martin Allen was shouting at John Spicer for the mate, the two of us must have been the biggest nervous wrecks in a football game ever, right? We just kept passing it safe because they kept shouting at us, and Martin Allen's like, Spicer! We are fucking playing that way!
That's the worst one. Then fucking hell, sort yourself out, innit?
Oh, and the two of us just got abused for 90 minutes, and we just looked at each other in a pure sympathetic way. But then seeing that, mate, like, there was never a time that you thought, I can't do that because you'll go mad. Like, you wanted to express yourself, mate, which I liked about. The only way you'd shout at you is if you weren't working hard enough.
Or you were hiding.
Or you were hiding, mate, he would shout at you for that, but...
So if you give the ball away, it wouldn't be one of them.
Nah.
Saying that, though, it sounds like... So he'd only threaten to bring you off if you were being lazy or...
Mate, we used to work... This was League One, man. We used to work, like, for hours on defensive shape. And see if you weren't doing that properly, you weren't in the right position when the ball was here or that would send them crazy, man. That would send
So
them
he'd lose
crazy.
that in training as well?
Oh my god, mate, lose his melanin too. Like, he would do every demo, so he would do a demo and he would like stanch it, mate. And then say we only had like a bag of 20 balls, like 20 balls would be in the trees after 5 minutes, and he would be, no, stop. He'd go on his knees, mate. He'd be like, Mamma mia, I come from Rome, 12-bedroom house, 6 million in the bank, Bentley, to this shithole with this you fucking assholes. Why can you not do this? But funny in a way, do you know what I mean? Like, again, funny.
Can you see why it didn't work at Sunderland? You know, once he round some of the lads that have worked under Sir Alex, and then he's sliding around on carpet.
But he was saying that it doesn't matter how big you were, he treated
doesn't
everybody
care,
the same.
mate.
But
Yeah.
it was them to the lads that got him sacked, wasn't it?
The lads got
older
him
lads
sacked,
at Sunderland.
Like, they're on 40, we had to do it, mate, because we were all skint. Do you know what I mean? If he fucks you off in League 2, then where are you going after that? You need to go Aki on like 800 quid a week.
Yeah.
Were you there when Tommy done his hamstring?
And he's, Tommy Miller, self-diagnostics, he kept shouting to him. Oh no, he was calling him Dr. Miller. Because I think Tommy had a dead leg or something, didn't he? And Tommy was saying, nah, Gaffer, this isn't a dead leg. Like, I've played like 20 years. I know when it's a dead leg. This is more serious. Like, oh, thank God, lads. We have a player who's also a doctor. So for like 6 months, he called him Dr. Miller, eh? And Tommy's like the nicest guy in the world, man. Tommy was playing brilliant at the weekend. And he's like, well done, Dr. Miller. Is everyone else okay? So that's why you liked him as well.
I like him, though.
His patter was fucking top notch. Really good, man. But then he hated nights out of Sunday. The boys would come and hang in, mate, and he would proper make a point of coming up, standing there to try and smell your breath. Mate, one time I had to come off against Crawley because I shit myself. I wasn't feeling well that day, and I fucking farted and felt. I was like, Gaffer, I need to come off. I'm done here. He's like, right, get yourself up the road. He's like, promise me, you don't go out tonight. And I was like, nah, fuck, of course not. I'm like, hang in here, man. So I went up the road that night, and I was renting a flat off Michael Timlin. So it was like an open plan flat, so your bedroom and living room were kind of next to each other. So my missus was doing, the X Factor was on. She was blowing drying her hair, so I turned it up to like fucking 40 so I could hear it. Next time my phone rings. And he's assistant manager. He's like, Simon, where are you? And I was like, in my house. And he said, and I could hear Di Canio whispering him. Ask him, can we phone his house? Can we phone your house phone? Can I phone your house phone? And I was like, I've not got a house phone, I've only got a mobile. Okay, we're coming up. And I was like, no, you can't come up. Like, my missus is bollock naked doing her hair and I'm sitting watching her, I'm not feeling well. And he's like, where are you? And I could hear him in the back, where are you? And I was like, I'm in the house, man. What? He's like, you're out, I can tell you're out. And I was like, Gaffer, I'm sitting in the house. He's like, okay, you don't come in tomorrow. So I hung the phone up, mate, and never thought anything else out. Next day, Paul Caddis phones me. He's like, mate, every player got interrogated for an hour asking who was out with Simon Ferry last night. Proper.
Because you've got the music on,
Because I had the music on. Proper para about people.
Yeah.
Mate, you'd be standing in a bar, right? No word of lie, you'd be standing with a pint, pure enjoying yourself, and you would just see him like go by the window and you'd be like, oh. you'd be looking in the window, mate, and you'd be like hiding. It was great, but he knew everything.
Did he have a face-to-face after X Factor gate?
Nah, I think he maybe did. I always used to have face-to-face with him while he was getting changed, mate, so it would end up, sometimes he'd be in his pants talking to you, and like then it would go on to like what you were doing wrong in the game, and he would be running about in his pants showing you what you were doing wrong. And that's why I liked him, mate. But you know the one about the time we went out? Have you heard the one when we went out on a Saturday? We could get promoted on the Tuesday. Oh fuck! This is where he's flipped. This is the worst I've seen him, So we played Plymouth. His mum died in Italy on the Thursday, so he went away back to Italy. Assistant took training. Came back for the game Saturday. He says, "Okay, lads, we're nearly there. Win today, win Tuesday, we're promoted." He says, "But I have to go back to Italy after Saturday to arrange my mum's funeral. Go out, play, beat Plymouth." He comes in after the game. He's like, "Oh, lads, brilliant, nearly there." He says, "Please, lads, please, I beg you, please, Simon." I think he named 2 others. He's like, "You three, please do not go out tonight. Please, we have a massive game Tuesday. We've worked hard all year. Get this done, and we're up. And then you can party." Mate, he's not even shut the door. I'm like, "Where are we going, man? Fucking Aldershot away. Piss it, man. We'll beat them. We'll beat them easy. Where are we going, mate?" My last memory is fucking jumping about a nightclub in Swindon at like 3 a.m. So, got to tune on Monday. Nothing else is said because obviously the assistant's taking it. He was quite quiet. Tuesday we turn up to leave the county ground at like 4:30, and we're all sitting in the meeting, and he comes walking in and he looked raging, but he always looked raging, mate. And then he kind of told a couple of jokes, got raging again, and then named the team. So there was 5 of us out that night, right? 3 of us were starting, 3 of them were starting, 2 of us were on the bench. I was on the bench. So my mate was next to me who I was out with, and I was like, "Fuck, he knows, man. He knows we've been out." And he's like, "How does he know we've been out? The other 3 are starting."
Were you expecting to play?
I was expecting to play. So we get on the bus, and the 5 of us up the back of the bus, and he would like look up the back, and we'd be like, "Fuck, he knows, man." And then he would laugh and joke with his sister. He's like, "Nah, he doesn't know." So we're meant to be preparing for this game to go up against Aldershot. I'm on the bench, right? And the boys are getting beat 1-0, of course. It's going to happen, wasn't it? So he's like that to me, "Go and warm up." So as I'm warming up, I think he knows, man, definitely. And then I come back and he makes a joke while I'm getting changed. So my mate who was on the bench, I was like, "Mate, he doesn't know, man. No way, he just made a joke with me, I'm fine." Just as before I go on, I can't remember what he whispered in my ear, mate, but he said something that made me know that he knew. So it was like 20 minutes to go, we are 1 down. So see when I run on the pitch, mate, I'm not giving a fuck about the game. I'm like that to the other 3 that were out. He knows, lads. We are fucked.
He's got us.
We are fucked here. We need to score or we are done. Of course, mate, they go right up the pitch. As soon as I've come on, what's the chance? I think I maybe slipped or something. Gave the ball away. They run up and score. Aldershot 2-0 beat us. I remember us 4 walking back off it. It was the slowest walk, mate. I think the fans left before we got in. That was how slow they walked off the pitch. Shiting ourselves, mate. We get in, sit down, mate, he fucking erupts. He's got like a Rolex, mate, it's a belter. It might even be a Hublot, it's a belter I watch. And do you know what I was saying about how hard these fists are, mate? At Aldershot, it's like metal walls, mate. It's like old school wooden, well, whatever it's called, brick was. Hey, man, Rolex pops off. That's how hard he hit it. He never even went like that. Bang, smacked it, right?
As soon as he comes in?
As soon as he comes in, mate, we are sitting. There's the metal skips. Poof! And nearly hits Alan Connell. Alan Connell has to move. iPod, mate, right? On the stand. Boots it. Off the wall, smashes the iPod. Gets right in my face. "You're the shittest professional I've ever met." I knew at the start, because at pre-season he hated me. I knew it. I should have trusted my gut. "You're the worst professional." And I'm like that. And then...
You expecting one?
I was expecting one, mate. Yeah. I thought that time he would, mate. And he's just going berserk, right? And then this is the thing about him, because you were so scared. And then he would do something that you would want to piss yourself laughing, right? So I'm like that, and he's going mental, man. He's like, "I'm going to go out to the papers, the radio, I'm going to slaughter you. It's your fault we're not going to go up this year. He's the worst professional ever." And I think he just goes like, "Ah!" And then we're all like that, and then he goes, "Fabrizio!" No, that's what he goes. He goes like, "You think you're the big man? You're out in Swindon with the music that you like to dance." And mate, you're so scared, but you're also trying not to laugh. And then he went, "You like to drink the poison?" Whoa, drinking the poison, right? And he went, you like to dance? You like to dance in your face?" And then he turns to his assistant manager and he goes, "Fabrizio, put the music on. Let them dance." But he had that much control over his assistant manager. And us, mate, the assistant manager wasn't sure whether to actually put the music on or not. So he was like that with the iPod, and we weren't sure whether we should get up and dance. But then the next day, mate, and he was on again on the bus. We could hear him on the radio and names us. I want every fan to know Simon Ferry, Alan McCormick. Who else was it? Luke Rooney, somebody like the usual suspects. Again, I've let this club down. Front page of the paper the next day, mate.
You just get
but that was a
dodgy
good thing about him, mate. So he slaughtered us, right? And then the next day, he took me into his office and was like, Simon, why do you want to do this to your life and your career? This is why you play in League 2. You're a good player. He's proper sound, mate. But after that, I thought he was going to fucking kill us. Proper sound. And then the next day, he was like brand new. He's like, right, forgotten about a week's wages, I think it was. He says, right, we'll go to Gillingham and win.
Did you go that year?
Now got beat.